I'm Julia. This is Julia Lemons Fitness, and I'm going to talk you through the basics of good posture and good form. This is so foundational because if you don't know how to watch for these things, then you will not know if you're actually progressing at your pace that's good for your body or not. So when you're doing any kind of exercise program, whether you're walking or running or lifting weights or squatting, doing body weight or bar or whatever it is, I want you to make sure that you are paying attention to your form. And what that means is that everything's in alignment. And if you are able to keep everything in alignment, then you know that you're ready for that exercise. And if you're not able to keep it in alignment, then you know that you're not ready for that exercise. So when you are looking at your form from the front, you are going to look for hip, knee, and ankle alignment. If my hips, knees, and ankles are all in line, then I know I'm in alignment, good alignment from the front. From the side, I will look for ear, shoulder, rib cage, hip, alignment from the side. So it's super common to see several main things. From the front, you're gonna see most of your issues when you start to move. And that's what I want you to pay attention to. So if you're looking from the front, you're going to see either your feet will start to turn out, maybe when you're squatting or deadlifting, walking, running, something like that. Or you'll see that when you're squatting, your knees will be caving in, possibly out. And you may notice that your ankles will cave in as well. So we want to make sure that we are strengthening all of the proper things that need to be strengthened in order to sustain movement. And that's when you know that you need to reach out to a trainer to help you dissect and determine what's going on in your body, because you may need something that isn't in your program or in the generic program that you're trying to take part in. From the side now, you are going to want to make sure that your ear, shoulder, rib cage, hips are all in alignment from the side, okay? So when I am in alignment this way, this is artificial, right? So once I start moving, things are gonna be moving around. So what I wanna do is just make sure that while I'm doing anything, pushing, whether I'm doing a push-up or a chest press or something like that, pulling, pushing overhead, squatting, deadlifting, anything like that, that I am keeping all of that alignment, and it's way harder than you think. So what we wanna do is watch ourselves in a mirror, a camera, and then if you really don't have any other options, have a friend watch this video and then give you feedback. What that will do is help you to use that external feedback to get internal feedback. And you'll learn as you go how to maintain and manage your form as you're learning. So some common things, we talked about the common things from the front. Now we're gonna talk about the super common things from the side. So really common to have a forward head posture, right? Because we're always sitting at computers, phones, cooking, all things, babies, everything's out here. So what that means is not chin up or chin down or anything like that. It's actually to put my ear over my shoulder, I have to bring my chin in. So if I'm with you in person, I will literally push your chin in. I'll go like this, and then you'll have to push your chin in. And you're gonna feel all these mid-back muscles and neck muscles start to activate. You're gonna be like, whoa, this feels really weird at first. And the other cue, as I say, sexy double chin. And it's like, yeah, it can feel weird at first, but it is going to help you reduce all the tension on your head, neck, and shoulders, and you're gonna overall feel a lot better. So that's number one. Number two is rib flare. Well, let's go this. Here, we'll get there. Rounded shoulders. So forward rounded shoulders, again, because of all the things that we do right here. So what you need to do for that is not just, push your shoulders back like this, because now I have see how my shoulders went way up when I did that? I'm using my traps, which are already probably too tight, to pull my shoulder back, but I'm also pulling my shoulder up. So what I want to do instead is pull my shoulders, squeeze my shoulder blades together and back down. So together and down, all right? The problem when you do this though, and I see this in even trainers a lot, is that when you pull your shoulders back and down, see all this rib flare I got all of a sudden? Woo! Sticking out, okay? So what you wanna do is take your rib cage, see how my rib cage is sticking out like that? Take your rib cage, whoop, put it over your pelvis. My pelvis is right here, my rib cage is right here. This is not over my pelvis, okay? See, my ribs are flaring out like this. Now what I wanna do is whoop, put my rib cage right over my pelvis, okay? Now this is gonna be probably the easiest thing to let go of, especially if you're maybe postpartum or you have high histamine or you have, I don't know, a desk job. So you're gonna wanna make sure that you are putting that rib cage over your pelvis more intentionally probably than even anything else, because even when you do this, you're going to let go of this way more easily. So you wanna make sure that that's also engaged. Now, you're also going to have your hips underneath your rib cage. So you might be able to put your rib cage over your pelvis, but you may also need to tuck your tailbone, okay? Because what happens, see when I let go here, naturally, if I just like relax all my torso muscles, what happens is I get this huge curve in my lower back and my abs let go because I'm always sitting like this, right? So I have lots of tension here naturally and weakness here. So what I need to do in order to properly activate my body to support me while I'm moving is to activate my rib cage, pull and support through my whole core, not just here, but wrap up through the entire core, and then put my tailbone underneath, just so that I don't want to be over tucked like this, because this is also not helpful. Lots of postpartum mamas, y'all also get this, and some of you other folks too. Don't do this. I want your pelvis over your rib cage. All right? Then everything else is from the front, from here down. So there you go. You have good form now. So when I'm doing pulling, pushing, pressing, lateral lifting, flies, or deadlifting, I'm not gonna let my ribcage flare, whoop, pull it in, or squatting, not gonna let the ribcage flare. That's when you get back pain when you're doing exercises. You want to go through all of your exercises and say ear, shoulder, hip, knee, ankle. Ear, shoulder, hip, knee, ankle. And everything that you're doing, watch yourself in the mirror and say, is my ear in line with my shoulder? Is my rib cage still in line with my hips? Are my knees still in line with my ankles? Even if I'm out in like a plie squat, let's say, my hips, now the angle is changed a little bit, right? But my hips, my knees, and my ankles are still in line, right? Because I'm not gonna let my knees cave in. I'm gonna keep them right over my toes, my ankles, knees, and toes, ear, shoulder, rib cage, hips, and then there you go. That is the foundations of how you perform any movement with good form, and know whether or not you're ready to progress, or know if you need to reach out for more information from a trainer so that they can help you correct your movement compensations and muscle imbalances. Because all of these things, if you can't just correct them, they can be fixed by doing targeted exercises and stretches that are designed just for you, at your pace, for your body. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions, and reach out to www.julielemonsfitness.com for more information about my 90-day transformation program or one of my one-on-one coaching programs that involves custom personal training and nutrition designed just for you.